little break on this thing.
Yeah, well, there's certainly,
I'm sorry,
You're talking about a break in time or a break in?
in time.
Okay.
I mean, they've gotta connect, but I mean, I don't think we can beat them over the head and say, okay, give us the money.
Yeah,
Well,
like
again,
they
this-
say,
this
when I
is-
don't have it.
there is no, we have no policy or no precedent to follow on this. So, again, I think that as far as when they're notified, if we write them a letter tomorrow, we can say, you have 60 days to connect, you have 90 days to connect. That's,
I think I would recommend to the board, based on what Pat's saying, that we award the contract to, what's the name, DeMayo for 50,
the Mayo.
what's the number for 54?
$54,450.
That's what I think, I agree with you on.
And let's talk about giving these people as much as a year to pay.
I think maybe what we should do is, I think maybe Pat, once you get the letter, we'll have to send it out, and then maybe we'll end up calling those two people and sitting down and talking with them personally, and just
Let's see what they're,
see what their situation is.
Bruce?
I want to know what your question was.
I want to know, is there precedence, either within the village or in other municipalities, of something I'm somewhat averse to, the village acting as a bank, but funding this over a 10-year period and allowing those homeowners to stretch that payment out? We can't put it on the tax bill, I don't think, but can we at least soften the blow?
I like that idea.
Because I just think it's very painful to go to
I
people,
do.
especially 2 out of 3, who, it's gonna be a big Christmas surprise.
I
That,
think the
gosh,
only
we
problem-
owe the village $25,000, pay it now.
Yeah, I think the only problem with that is that you're now setting precedent.
I agree.
Which could become a very dangerous precedent. Oh, you did it for these people.
Hold on. I think the better precedent would be if the board wanted to allow these properties to connect later when there was a change in the ownership of the property like we did in some other areas,
With my property, with water?
as long as they pass an annual health inspection on their current septic, as long as they stay healthy. They may not want to do this right away, but once sewer's out there, they may change their mind too.
I'll throw one more wrench in this. The one house that's the farthest away in 1999, 2000, someplace right about then, did a major addition on the property, and as part of his permit through the county, said he was going to connect to a sewer. And then once he got the permit from the county, then noted, oh, I'm sorry, there's no sewer for me to connect to. The county wrote him a letter saying, that's fine, we'll give you your permit, but as soon as sewer becomes available to your property, you must connect.
Well,
That's his problem, though. You know,
I think we can work out what to do with the other 2 properties, but if you want to get sewer to the property that's in trouble, you really don't have a choice but to put the sewer in now.
There's a lot, man.
Yeah.
So we'll work out the other two when we're.
Okay. We'll have to.
Well, the one is easy because basically you're telling me.
Well, I like the idea, but I think it's a problem.
The way that villages do that is with special assessments, which provides a mechanism to have a lien and to ensure that over 10 years you get paid.
Right.
You know, it gets a little dicier when you just, you know, a lot of times villages will enter into payment plans with people who are in, need time, and it's just sort of a.
I'm averse to us being a bank to begin with.
Yeah.
We're not a bank, and usually I have an agreement with my bank that I don't lend money and they don't write software.
Really?
Yeah, usually. But is there a way we could do this as an SSA, even though it's pretty tiny?
Well, and the problem with is the timing. I mean, maybe.
We don't have to get it funded by a bond. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it says you have to get a bond to do an SSA.
I mean, well, you gotta get 51%, not opposing it, so.
2 people.
2.
Well, you got
Three in.
three.
If the other 2 decide not to, we get 66.
Well, they're the ones that are paying out of pocket.
I think there are opportunities we can look at that.
I'd like us to look at that.
All right, we'll check it out. Okay, in the meantime, can we get a motion on the floor to approve with the mail?
Mail bid.
The Mayo,
For how much?
$54,450, DIMEO.
So moved.
Second.
Any more discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Chamberlain.
Aye.
Trustee Gratiter.
Yes.
Trustee Haber.
Aye.
Trustee Kumjian.
Aye.
Trustee Masterson.
Aye.
Trustee Spada.
Aye.
I had a question. I had a little trouble coming up reconciling the 54,450. I had 50,900. Can I talk to you afterwards, Pat?
That's what the village is going to connect in
Okay.
Select.
Okay. We have a letter from the Center for Rich Living requesting a $5,500 grant. This is their annual request. I think the last time we gave them 5,000.
We did,
Yeah, and for the 4 years before that.
we did. I have a comment about it.
Yes.
That I just want to make sure that you are all aware of. We have, we are an NSSRA community. The NSSRA and the center have a cooperative relationship for a program that they run at the center. It's been a very successful program, and so now it's starting to fill up. When they did the cooperative, they took some of NSSRA's priorities and some of the center's priorities. So one of the things that happened is while NSSRA has a preference for residents, the center does not. So for this particular program, there is no Riverwoods resident preference. And one of our residents has complained about that. So I just want you all to be aware of that before you vote.
Can that be fixed?
That's a long and complicated answer. There are certainly discussions that are being had. Do I think it's not a quick fix, that's for sure. And there are some other inequities that might be created if we change it now.
Inequities that would affect Riverwoods residents or other people?
Other people who have been long-time users of the services at the center.
Because there's a finite number of people that can get service in this
Exactly.
program.
Exactly. And there's a finite number of programs like this. This is a unique
Well, I'm
type
not happy about this.
program.
I'm not particularly inclined to give them a grant if
Yeah.
it doesn't benefit any of our residents.
We've had a lot of discussions about why in the past we've been doing these grants. It's because of the utilization by the residents in the village.
Now, I don't know
I have to
how
go.
many residents may or may not be actually using their services right now. I don't know the answer to that question. I just know in this particular instance,
Maybe we should invite them.
I think we should invite them to make the case.
They should be invited to make,
Yeah.
take the,
And let them know in advance kind of what our initial thoughts
Well,
are.
I have to go a little bit about the resident who was complaining, and I got an explanation, this was some time ago, last year in fact.
yes. Now, this is a potential problem because this person hasn't actually gone to sign up for and will not for another year.
That's correct. So, the complaint in my mind at that time, I don't remember exactly all the terms of it, was not justified. But there was a complaint. It was from our treasurer.
oh, for Hal's son,
Yeah,
Scotty.
yeah. And I do remember, but I don't remember all the facts on it.
I think we need to know the facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, actually, Craig Culp is going to be here on the 16th to give a general presentation, and we could ask him to talk about this
Well, I'll have
as well
somebody
if you
from
want.
Center of Rich Living come next meeting.
Okay.
That's also your public hearing date.
Yes, it's public hearing date.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what, maybe I should have him come a different day.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea.
So,
Can you give me another
Next
date
meeting.
offhand?
The meeting after that.
First meeting in December, second meeting in December.
Second one,
First
How
meeting
about
in
one in 2
December?
weeks?
second one I'm out of town, so make it the first one if you can.
First meeting in December?
It will sing. I don't remember the words of the song.
Did you hear Mr. Haber?
Yeah, she got it, she heard me,
Okay.
thanks.